At 93, the legendary Angie Dickinson, one of Hollywood's last living links to its golden era, has finally broken her silence about the man she once called the most mysterious figure I ever met, the iconic Western star Randolph Scott. For decades, whispers surrounded their friendship, their rumored connection, and the secret bond they shared behind the bright lights and rigid studio system that ruled their lives. But now, in her twilight years, Angie has decided to tell the truth in her own words, not for scandal, but for peace. Sitting in her quiet Beverly Hills home, surrounded by framed movie posters and fading photographs of the friends she's outlived, Angie spoke softly to a small documentary crew about a time when Hollywood was both dazzling and cruel. Randolph was everything the cameras couldn't capture, she said. He had this gentleness that didn't fit the cowboy image, and a sadness he carried like a secret. She recalled meeting Scott in the early 1960s at a dinner hosted by director Howard Hawks. At the time, she was one of Hollywood's rising stars, bold, beautiful, and unafraid to challenge the rules, while Scott, decades older, was nearing the end of his career, already immortalized as the stoic gunslinger of the silver screen. "I didn't expect to like him," she admitted with a soft smile. "But he looked at me like he'd already seen everything. Fame, heartbreak, loneliness, and he understood." That night sparked a friendship that would last years, though few ever knew it existed. They'd meet quietly in the early mornings at Scott's ranch outside Los Angeles, sipping coffee and talking about life away from the cameras. Angie revealed that what drew her to Randolph wasn't romance, it was empathy. He was a man caught between the myth of who he was supposed to be and the truth of who he really was, she explained. He'd spent so long being everyone's hero that he forgot how to be himself. She paused then, eyes glistening. He used to say, "You can't play strong forever, Angie. Even cowboys break." For years, gossip magazines painted Randolph Scott as Hollywood's eternal bachelor, a man too proud to love and too distant to be understood. But Angie's voice trembled as she revealed the truth. He loved deeply, just quietly. And he carried heartbreak from a woman the world never knew. Though she refused to name the woman, insiders long believed Scott's great unspoken love was his co-star Cary Grant, a rumor both men denied but never escaped. Angie didn't confirm or deny it. She simply said, "Love doesn't always fit into the world's expectations. He taught me that." She spoke, too, about the letters Scott wrote her during the 1970s, letters she kept in a wooden box, tied with faded ribbon. He wrote about the silence of retirement, she recalled. He said he missed pretending to be brave, even when he wasn't. When he passed away in 1987, Angie admitted she couldn't bring herself to attend the funeral. "I'd lost too many friends by then," she said. "I couldn't bear another goodbye." But she visited his grave privately years later, leaving behind a single silver cufflink, a gift he'd once given her on set. Now, reflecting on her life, Angie says speaking about Randolph isn't about rekindling rumors, but honoring a man who taught her that vulnerability is strength. "He was one of the last true gentlemen," she said. "Hollywood made him a legend, but I knew the man behind the myth, and he was kinder than anyone will ever know." As the interview ended, Angie's eyes drifted to the window, where the late afternoon light fell across her weathered hands. "You spend your youth chasing fame," she whispered. "Then you grow old realizing the only thing that matters is who you remember and who remembers you." For the first time in decades, her silence was broken, and with it, the truth about a bond that time itself couldn't erase.